Hello there guys, and welcome back to another update video with myself, Foorun. Now today we're going to be taking a look at what is coming in the update on the 28th of July 2016. So aside from the general stuff that they do where they're making the server slightly better, making things run a bit smoother, this is what I have for you guys this week. So first up, we've now had a server-side combat log added into the game. So if you are an admin on a server and you want to check this combat log, all you need to do is open up your F1 console and type in combat log with no spaces. Once you hit enter, it will show you the last 100 damage types that have happened since you've reset the server last, or the last 100 that have happened if your server's been running for some time. So this shows everything from PvE to PvP, so it will be damage to structures, damage to animals, damage to players, everything, including your distance, the area where you were hit, the health, new and old health will come up, so everything you need to know to admin your server and check that things are running smoothly, you can find in here. We've also had a buff to the semi-automatic rifle. So the damage, range and projectile velocity have all been increased. We've also had some great changes to grenades. Now this is going to help a lot with early end raiding. So grenades now stack to 5. We just look down here on the toolbar, we can see they are now stacking to 5. So you can also now drop these if you right click. So if we just stand up here and we'll press right click and it will drop it to exactly where I was stood, which is a great change. They also now, if you run up to a building and look at where you want to place it, hold in right click and it will now stick to the building. Now when it is stuck to a building, it will not do any splash damage. So if we look here, we've got some slight damage to the front, to the sides, to the foundations. There's no extra damage elsewhere on this building. So just be mindful of that, because if you throw it normally, you'll still get your splash damage, but if you stick it to something, you will not. We've also had some tweaks to the projectile damage fall off, which essentially now the damage will not fall off quite as fast when the bullet is travelling, and the range in which how fast the damage does fall off has been tweaked slightly, so you'll get slightly more damage at slightly longer ranges than you previously did in the last wipe, which is going to be a lot better for those people that have been complaining about the crossbow changes, because it's been slightly bugged and even long range crossbow shots have been getting like next to no damage, so that will be fixed as of today's update. So another change that we have as well, guys, is spears now use arrow damage when they've been thrown. So you may have seen over the past couple days, a lot of people have been showing an alternative to arrow raiding, which has been spear raiding. So if we just demonstrate here, if we throw this at this door, we no longer get any damage to the door. It now uses arrow damage, the type that was introduced last week. Arrow damage should now be a thing to tweak structures, but apparently it's currently not working in the staging branch, but it will be working when it goes live. So another change that we have this week, guys, is throwable items now have their thrown damage adjusted to be the same as their melee damage. So it's essentially adding in another damage type similar to arrows and bullet damage, so we've now got thrown damage. Thrown items now will also use durability when they impact, so whether that's hitting someone, hitting the floor, hitting anything, it will cause damage to the durability of the item. So if we just quickly demonstrate this here, it's slightly more damage. Now it will break if it hits 0 durability, so much like when you're hitting things normally without throwing it, this now happens when you throw items. Now that's pretty much everything I have for you in terms of new things that are actually being added this week. But you may be looking at what's in front of me and going, hey, what is that new shop front that we can see? Well, that is something that's being worked on, and currently it doesn't actually work, but it is in the game. So if we look here, we do have a drawer on it which should be able to be opened so that you can safely trade things through this shop front, but we don't have an option to open it, and we can't actually open it. Now you may be wondering, why is there a big hole in there? All someone's going to do is shoot me straight in the face. Well, this is bulletproof, and it's bulletproof from both sides. So if we just quickly demonstrate here, you can actually shoot through it. As you can see the bullets actually just stopping right there. It's almost as though there was bulletproof glass in it. So this is going to open up a lot safer avenues for trading from your base. A lot of people are probably going to start up little shops out and about on bigger servers, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So can't wait for this to be added and see how this plays out. The double-barreled shotgun that we've been seeing a lot of over the past few weeks has now also been pretty much finished. Now, it may make it in tonight's update at a stretch, but I'd be more inclined to say it would be here next week. So I wouldn't get your hopes up in seeing it this week. Just expect it to be here next week, because that is more realistic of a timescale. Also, there's only one biome left on Peter's overhaul of the graphics, so hopefully maybe next week. If not, it will probably be the next forced wipe. I can't see that they'll add this in the middle of a wipe cycle, because I can only imagine it's going to cause, or at least need, a full map wipe to be added. So we can hope that he gets this last biome finished over the next week, but I can't speculate on that. I can't give you any timescale on that. I'm just saying what I personally hope. And then lastly, the music system is now enabled by default. So it will start when intensity is raised and no music is playing, but it will not play if your music volume is turned all the way down in your settings. So hopefully we'll get a bit more ambience from the game, and we'll get tense situations are going to feel a little bit better with the music system enabled. So that is everything from me today then, guys. I hope you have enjoyed, and don't forget that things still may change from what I've said today. Things may still be added, so just keep an eye on Rust updates on Twitter, have a look on Rustified, and make sure you read the dev blog when it comes out, because you'll also get some more behind the scenes stuff that I can't actually tell you about. So thank you very much, guys. If you have enjoyed, then please do hit that thumbs up button. And if you would like to see more content, then please do hit that subscribe button. I do weekly updates every week, so make sure you hit it so you can come back and check every time. Thank you, guys. Have a good day.